SIP, good evening, audio video test. Thank you, Alak. Thank you, Atmanand Eru. We are on to an interesting call today, and the call is, why is it so difficult to kill the mind that steals our peace? Why is it so difficult to steal our mind, to still kill the mind that steals our peace? So let us see how we get there. Uh, Sip Eru, Alak, Anand, and Soni. Sip Chotwani, Atman Revati, Atmanand, and Avi. Sip Bliko, Bliss Chidanand, and Dr. Happy Rashmi. Sip Govind, Harshal, iPhone, and Lakshmi. Sip, I think, Achla, Parvatiyama, Prakasha, Premchand, and Rajanand. Sip Rajesh, Reshma, Rishika, Prakash. Sip Sachiv, Sagay, Samatma, and Sarlanand. Sip Siba, Siri, Sita, Siva. Sip Soham, Sridhara, Sukhi, Sunita, and the rest of you whom I cannot see. Welcome to this Zoom, and let's have an interesting call today. Why is it so difficult to kill the mind that steals our peace? Why can't we just kill the mind? Why can't we just finish it? I mean, you have to kill a chicken. How long it takes to kill a chicken? Why can't we kill the mind? God's will and Shivoham. Let me see how we are going to take this. In the meanwhile, I would like to ask you all at the end of this call, what is a convenient time tomorrow morning to have a chit chat? There's no Zoom call tomorrow. So when there's no Zoom call, I try to have what is called a chit chat, whether it can be 2:30 in the afternoon or you would like to have it earlier. Before we end the call or as you're speaking, you can tell me God's will, Shivoham.
Shivoham, what a great honor to be with this group. Yes. Yeah. So it is very difficult because you're asking them. It seems that you're asking the mind to kill itself, which is incapable. It's going to find many excuses. Do it tomorrow, next week. You have the same trouble with AI, asking AI to overcome itself. It will not do that, and it will destroy you instead. So it's a very tricky business.
Why? I'm asking you. Why do you find it so difficult? First of all, does your mind steal your peace or not?
It does, yes.
It does, right? So we want to kill it. So why can't we kill it?
Well, for me, the only one person who really can kill it is your guru. Your guru is going to be the one. He's going to make the difference. He will transcend it. He's the only one outside. He's outside of the system, and he can shoot into the system. But the system itself can't shoot itself. Only the guru. You have to stay with the guru. Only the guru is going to help you out of this one. It's very complicated.
Okay, let me get everybody to give some input. Shivoham. Yes, Shivoham, Anand ki Khoj Satprem, Atmanand Krishna, Siri. We have many people on in the line today. Yes, Shivoham.
Shivam Saji.
Is it difficult or it's easy? Yes.
There is no mind at all.
Then what is the problem then?
What is the use of when there is no mind? Why should you kill it? It only appears.
So what to do then? Leave it.
No, Saji, you will have to realize that mind does not exist.
And then
it only appears. It is a rascal.
If it does not exist, how can it appear? You are telling it does not exist, but it appears.
It appears, Saji, like a mirage. It comes. You have to just make yourself still. Let it flow.
So you are saying it's not difficult, right? It's easy.
It is that appearance also is the biggest enemy of the man.
So how do you deal with it?
So you can find peace only in the present moment. So you will have to realize that mind is a rascal. It will steal your peace. So keep it away. Ignore it.
No, I think your mind is now completely in command.
It is. You have to ignore the mind.
Okay.
दुश्मन बड़ा हमें सत्ता का.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I'm asking. Thank you, Anand ki coach. The question is, why is it so difficult to kill the mind that steals our peace? Anand ki coach, बताइए.
Mind is the bundle of toxic negative thoughts. It is composed of misery, ignorance, negative, and desire. It is software. It is very difficult to eliminate the mind.
Why?
to kill the
Why
mind.
is it? Why is it difficult?
Because of our attachment with people, pleasure and possession. Number 1. Number 2, we are stuck in the body, mind and ego. We are stuck
देखो,
in the body,
आप
mind and
लोग,
ego.
all of you are finding it difficult to tell me how to kill. Now I understand the problem. Satprem, thank you. Let's come back to it. Satprem, Atmanand, and Krishna. Let's try to get to the root of it. And Siri, we have 4 masters on the line. Come on. Satprem, are you there?
Yeah, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, tell me, Satprem.
It's going to be very difficult for me to explain, but I'm going to put my words into it, if you don't mind. First of all, the word kill does not sit well with me because the mind is not an enemy.
Okay.
The reason it's not an enemy is basically because it has been with me for now almost 80 years.
Okay.
So it is simply an old movement of thought that has forgotten to be quiet. So what
do you do?
happens? What happens? Yeah, that's the point. Very good point. What helps me is not fighting it or trying to kill it, but meeting it with a steady, simple consciousness, and importantly, awareness. I mean, I know awareness and consciousness are the same, but awareness is every day. I mean, today Abba fell down very badly, and she said, I lost my awareness. So when I don't enter into mind stories and try to consciously analyze it and work it out, the mind loses its force and settles down. But very importantly, in letting the mind settle on its own, peace returns to view, not produced. Peace is not produced, but it comes back uncovered, like being a passing cloud, basically.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I
As
hope
you
Abba
said,
is okay. Abba is okay. Abba is okay, right?
Yeah, she's gone for a treatment just now.
Okay. So let me tell you, when she said she lost consciousness, what does it mean?
Well,
she lost awareness, means she got distracted by some thought. That's why she fell.
Well, she was giving me a lecture on grooming, basically, because she said, I'm grooming you, cutting my hair, for example, grooming you on your spiritual journey. And for a moment, as we had gone for a walk before the Zoom call, and we were going to come back and join she joins the Zoom call in her room, I joined in the lounge. So, and she basically lost, and we were just crossing a road as well. So, but I'll tell you what did happen is a very young man in a very expensive car stopped, parked the car, left it on the road, came out very quickly and said, can I help? And he lifted her up because I couldn't lift her up.
Okay, so I hope she's fine. Anyway,
Yeah.
let us know. Send me a WhatsApp how she's feeling. But okay, so this is where I understand what you're saying. But today the call will help you. Atmanand, how are we going to deal? For example, Abba was telling you and giving you a talk on whatever you both were talking as a spiritual couple, but her attention was on that, and she lost her awareness, and she tumbled or whatever. Atmanand, can you tell me why is it so difficult to kill the mind that steals our peace?
Yeah, Shivam Guruji.
Sure.
So when we are established in ignorance, mind appears. And when mind appears, there is no peace of mind, there are only pieces. But if you are awakened and you realize that you're not the body, mind, ego, and you are established in intellect, then it doesn't bother.
So therefore, how do you say what you say is correct? Right, what you say is correct. But why is it so difficult for people to awaken?
Because of ignorance, right?
What's so difficult in taking out the ignorance? Like you take a broom and you sweep kachara out of the room. Why can't you take a broom and wipe out the ignorance?
Yeah, for the one who has learned the art, it is easy. That's why they should come to, it's as simple as coming to the Zoom call every day. They will know how to, broom it out.
So you think you've been able to broom it, or how often do you find the rascal coming back into your life?
See, it comes. I'm not telling it doesn't, but the recovery time is very fast. So it doesn't persist.
So if somebody still asks you the question, why is it so difficult? You're saying because, are you saying that people don't make an effort, or are you saying that it is really difficult, or it's possible? How would you
No, so
answer
I
the
think
first
first of
question?
all, maybe the awareness that it is possible to still it, right? For some, it may be that. And for the second step is there's a gap between knowing and doing. So it also takes a little bit of practice, like commitment to, come on the call and, be established in it. So if they
What
do
will,
the
what will,
sadhana
what
also
will you,
along,
what will you tell Satprem, who tells that I don't need to kill my mind at all?
maybe he has to come for the call a little bit more time. He will get it.
See, because I think we have not got this point clear that mind is nothing. Mind doesn't exist. It is what Shivam tried to say, but it is misery, it is ignorance, it is negativity, it is desire.
And maybe
It
to
is,
Satprem, I should also say he should attend the retreats if possible. At least I attending the two retreats made a very big difference to me. Like even the first one, the BLK DRM one, or especially on this body mind part of it, I think that gave me a lot of clarity on that.
I think,
I mean, those 2 days are, kind of, I don't know how to put it in words, but that's it's at a very different level than the Zoom itself, right?
yeah, but how to explain people the importance of a retreat? It's not so easy, right?
No, that's why I'm telling to Satprem also, please come next time whenever you, and to everybody, whenever you get an opportunity, please come.
Okay. I'm still looking for a direct answer. Thank you, Atman. Why is it so difficult to kill the mind that steals our Why is it so difficult to kill the mind? Krishna, Siri,
Yes. Sir Krishnoham, yes, sir,
Krishna.
the ultimate answer, we all know we are awakened to the truth that there is no mind. Of course, there is no mind. But then why are we getting into the mind state and not always established in consciousness? I take that question. Because when I tell to even my husband, who is a very knowledgeable person, if I say, why do you fear? I always try to tell him fear is false expectation. He says, no, 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 it is planning, it is protecting you. The world sees like that. Worrying, he says, yeah, that is my responsibility. This is how we are conditioned. The mind say, hum log. So that is one thing. But now, as a spiritual answer, I would say, what I see whenever I'm sleeping, I think that I'm not using the tools that you have given me. For example, first you said OFF mind is switched on. We have opened the door and the mind easily comes inside. We are not cautious that the mind is entering, and that is one thing. And you have given us so many, as you say, safety equipments, whether it's sadhana, silence, stilling the mind, and the 11 steps to still the mind: aware, flip, Air Force, SSS, Air Marshal, fly, all that. See, why are we not using? We have every weapon with us, but we are not using. We are not using the tool. And then we say, oh, I'm slipping. So I think we need to be alert with all the tools. We in yoga. And then the last retreat, the biggest lesson was drop the mind, DTM. So कितने तरह आप हमको बताने की कोशिश किया, हमको दिया है, many different. And then we enjoy the boga. Whatever it is, at times we think, oh, we'll enjoy. And there we get lost. It's not continuously in yoga. It is not continuously established in consciousness. But now as Atmananji also said, we are, coming back is faster. BBC, bring back consciousness, being in yoga, sadhana, leading a very sattvic life. All that is helping us be better. Still at times comes, but it does not bother us as much as it used to bother earlier.
If the mind,
And
if people could still the mind, would the world be in such a mess today?
it
Could
will
the
not be,
world, how the
and
world is, it's such a dirty mess. Where the world has reached
sir,
today, you can't believe
yeah.
it.
Sir, I also want to share something. I saw a reel just before coming into the call. Trump is calling himself Happy Trump. I was thinking, my God, he has used your brand. Yeah.
Send me the reel.
And my husband immediately commented also, please ask Air to take a Zoom call for him also. Like, that is a reel. I'll share it to you. He's calling himself Happy Trump. But it is true, peace is needed, and how one person is, so there can be circumstances which create, but abhi hamare liye, the minute we are aware, look, the mind has come. Pehle humko pata nahi था ना enemy hai. So now we isolate, we go in silence, and we, deactivate because our intellect comes in place. Yeah.
The first point is to understand the importance to kill the mind.
Yeah.
If we do not understand, if the mind fools us and telling, how can you, why you want to kill me? I am your mind, I am the king, I am everything. First, the mind fools us. Intelligent people, I'm telling you, the most intelligent people I know in my life are suffering because of mind. Sometimes we make such foolish things, we make foolish decisions, and the mind manipulates. Recently, somebody made such a disastrous move, and I could not understand such an intelligent person making such a disastrous move. Then I realized the mind is completely manipulated. Mind is completely
Yes,
manipulated.
so at times the negativity comes, even हमको लगता है कि we are the culprit now. Why should we say even the mind? हम हमारा ही दुश्मन बन रहा है ना?
So anyway, I think we must first understand that we must kill the mind. Then we must understand the mind. What is the mind? I think I've
Yeah.
given you all some 11 steps. That 11 steps
11
may be good.
steps
I
is
don't know whether,
very good, very good.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember those 11 steps, but
It
maybe
is to
later
be
we will do.
aware of the mind. It is to be aware of the mind. It is to flip into consciousness. Then still the mind,
Airports.
stop the mind, snatch the mind, stop it. Then it is activate the intellect. Then become a monk. Then it is lock the door. Lock the door with your intellect. Lock it. Yesterday also you said stop it and lock it. Lock it with your consciousness. And the last is be in yoga. 11 steps.
Okay, very good. See, so the way I also myself sometimes don't remember these things, but when you all know it, these are the methods. If we don't use this method, for example, for me, if the mind comes to me also, mind pushes the door, it can push anybody's door and enter. But immediately when it comes, I throw it out of the door. I push it out of the other door. So we have to become strong. Let me see what Siri. Thank you, Krishna. We've got some good stuff on the table now. Atman and Krishna, Satprem. Yes, Siri.
Shivam, Guruji.
Sure.
It is very difficult to kill the mind because first we are not in consciousness. We don't know what is mind. There are bundle of toxic thoughts. So to kill the mind, first we have to be in consciousness. Then we have to watch our thoughts, and from misery we have to go to joyfulness. From ignorance we have to go to intelligent. From nep to pep, and from desire for the worldly things we have to transfer for desire for sip. So if we continue these things, then it is possible at least to be in not completely killing the mind, but to some extent.
But you said something very beautiful. You said first we must come to consciousness, correct?
Yes.
The moment you
Yes.
come to consciousness,
There is no mind.
then you don't need to do anything.
No, but always we cannot be in that consciousness. Mind, it comes, it appears, but we can come back. And that also not, as people say, if you are in the call, if you are completely in yoga all the time, if you are always in consciousness, being in all these things, still mind comes and we are able to come back to consciousness.
It's not a joke when somebody said, he who conquers the mind is greater than he who conquers the world. Who has written this quote? I don't know. I have not written the quote, I think. But somebody has written this quote. He who conquers the mind is greater than he who conquers the world. What an amazing quote. I don't know where it came from, but somebody has probably written it. Okay, thank you, Siri. Rashmi?
Shivam, happy air.
Shivoham?
Shivam. Um, Now I'm totally giving different answer. I'm sure you are not agree with me, but still I always from beginning till now I am struggling. Your word is kill the mind. So I'm just really
uh, uh,
yeah, and it is difficult kill the mind because mind is energy. You
mm,
cannot destroy and you cannot create, but
mm,
you can transform.
mm.
So so that's why it is difficult to kill the mind, and you transform through the meditation, through the pranayama and all. And if you insist to kill the mind, that it will be like a become more like a become monster, and it is rebelling reaction. It's come again and again. So that's why better to
What do you
transform.
do? So what do you transform the mind?
I transform the mind from small mind to add a big mind, and through the meditation, pranayama, and all.
Okay, good.
And
I'm not.
and
I'm not going to give a defense to what you say, because I know you are have a strong conviction. But just to tell you before I go to Siba, next Siba, I want to tell you that when you meditate, actually you still the mind, and the mind is no more. But I take your point, Siba, and go with yes,
Pranam Guruji, immense gratitude Guruji.
immense, yes.
Guruji, mind is due to senses, dreams, memories, habits, karma, and ego and people, Guruji. So,
Huh.
Guruji, mind is due to three reasons, Guruji. Guruji, how I overcome, I am telling that answer, Guruji. Because everyone told everything, Guruji. So, attachment, Guruji. Attachment creates fear. First of all, तो attachment. ये ऊपर का reason हो गया. दूसरा तो attachment. Attachment creates fear, and fear again creates mind. And it took lot of many years to come back to consciousness, Guruji. So you have to surrender. Surrender is the answer, Guruji. By not forgiving people. सबको माफ. If you don't acceptance is the answer for it, Guruji. सबको माफ करो. सबको है जैसा स्वीकार करो. स्वीकार भाव. And by not living in the moment, Guruji. Past and future, thinking about कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, फिर ऐसे हुआ तो क्या होगा, फिर मैं नहीं रही तो क्या होगा. But you so for that you have to live in the moment. Living in the moment is the answer. And by now, how can you enjoy the peace, Guruji? By witnessing, by being into consciousness, by taking pause before speaking to anyone. If not necessary, shut your mouth. Cutting connections which are not required. Gossiping, and where there is not where आप जहां आपकी जरूरत नहीं वहां जाओ ही मत. So you can be into 100% conscious, be in consciousness by following these steps, Guruji.
Now, did you have written a new Siba Puran? By your answer, अभी आपका Siba Puran हो गया अभी.
नहीं गुरु. But I have followed this, and Guruji, I could. गुरुजी आपका ही है सब कुछ, गुरुजी ये मेरा कुछ नहीं है, पर मुझे ये जो मैंने लिखा है ना वो मुझे this because of this I could overcome, Guruji.
Okay,
And I could remain into consciousness, Guruji.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your answer. We are trying to, we have Govind next. We are trying to concentrate on the point. Why is it so difficult to kill the mind? Why is it so what? Even Siba told you, do like this, do like this, do like this, attachment, fear, all right. Why is it so difficult to kill the mind that you cannot find? Go with
Shivoham AiR.
Shiva.
AiR, I feel, first of all, we need to practice what we learn. I feel I'm able to control my mind with whatever I've learned over the last couple of years. I feel I'm able to control my mind almost 80% or more. So it does not bother me as much as it used to before. We may not be able to kill the mind, but we can surely still the mind. And if we can still the mind, we can be in peace and bliss.
How often does the mind knock at your door? Or how often does it trouble you?
Very frankly, AiR, very, very less. If I'm saying 80%, I'm telling you conservatively. With the meditation that I do morning and night, that stills my mind. And as I said, we need to practice what we learn. If we keep learning, taking more and more knowledge, it's like a bucket which either has a hole in it or a bucket which is overflowing, then that knowledge is of no use. We have to, whatever knowledge that we have accumulated, we need to practice it in our daily life. And
What
that's
is the
what
key?
I'm.
What are the 2-3 key things that you practice from this call that you think has helped you? What are the, like Atmanand said some key things, Krishna said some 5-6 key things. What according, since you also say that you've crossed it 80-90%, whatever. What are the 2, 3 things that are important apart from meditation?
2, 3 things that you have mentioned to me whenever that I've had this conversation with you, that has helped me a lot. Okay, one of the things, of course, is in a Zoom call. We all have learned that everything is a drama. So, at the moment when a difficult situation comes or a mind, which is very rare, to be honest, but when and the mind starts, immediately remind yourself this is a drama. You're watching the on a theater, a screen, a movie, and this movie is only a drama. Don't get involved into it because it'll finish one day. We are the screen. We are the bliss, the consciousness, the awareness, the witness to that. And then once you realize that, you immediately flip to consciousness.
Okay. Is there
This is
any other point, or is that the main point?
That is the main point. And to realize who am I? Once you realize that you're not the body, you're not the mind, you are the consciousness, and you have to realize that consciousness. It's not just saying that you're the consciousness. When we sit in the meditation, and if we are able to connect to your inner self, and you realize that you are the witness to everything, then your perception completely changes.
Good, very good. I think so. We have got some excellent points here, and I wish all of you will put your intelligence together to see why is it so difficult. By the end of the call, we should have the answer. Thank you, Govind. Shivoham, Rajanand, Sachiv, and God's will. Meenakshi, Rishika, Premchandji, Amit. We have a new person, Amit Kumar. So after Shivoham, we'll have Amit Kumar. Is some new person, and then Trupreet, Karma, Jyoti, Siba. So let us have Shivoham and then Amit. Yes.
Shivam Saji, only 3 or 4 words.
Yeah.
The main answer, it's a puzzle. You can put it in which form. I think you will put it in a better form. Consciousness, silence. Peace is the foundation of happiness. And peace can come only when you are in consciousness and silence.
Correct. What you said is all one very, very beautiful thing what you have told. If you put this together, you have the answer.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We have a new, I think, Amit Kumar Singh. I'm not sure if Amit has asked a question before. Yes, Amit?
Yeah, Guruji, thank you very much for giving the opportunity. I think this is my first time. I have been following your YouTube videos, and I have been following many spiritual leaders. And I was patiently listening, Brother Govind and some of the people who are here, and I thought, okay, let me share my experience with you. So mind is, what is mind? Mind is a thought.
Yeah.
Mind is a man. Mind is a thought. And every thought is a function of people, place, and thing. Right? So any thought, Guruji, cannot be, there is no way to control the thought. A thought cannot be killed. It can only be bypassed. It can be only bypassed from the mind. Now, there are more than 22 types of meditation. Some people have got Anapanasati meditation. Of course, one Bangalore company, Buddha CEO, they prefer that you focus on nasal breath. So if you do the nasal breath, your mind becomes empty for some time. But again, the thought keeps on crossing. Correct. Now, some other people will say meditation, this technique, concentrate with your open eyes and see at one particular point. Of course, the thoughts will keep on coming from one point to another. There is no way to kill the thought. I could, in last 3 years, what I have seen and what I have applied it, that whenever a thought comes to my mind, I always try to bypass it. And thought, either it will be positive, it will be negative, or it will be neutral. So many thoughts are coming. Meditation do helps in morning and evening, definitely, to control your thought and mind for some point. But again, it has to be only bypass, and more meditation is like a traffic control. If a person does a traffic control for 1 minute, 2 minutes, he'll be able to bypass the thought. Again, the traffic control in the mind is not there. Then that thought will further lead to multiple things. Guruji.
Very good, very beautiful. I'd like to say a few things to you, but tell me, how did you come to this Zoom call? What brought you here?
I was most of the time in YouTube. I have seen your videos, and I've been a student of spiritualism, and I kept reading a lot of books. So I could find your videos very interesting and very informative. So I thought, let me log in and share my thought, because on the YouTube this discussion was going on.
Okay, you're from which place? Where do you live?
I'm from Sir Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, very good. So let me quickly tell you what in this call, what we have learned in this call. This call is not just a lecture. This call is a discussion. If you notice today, this call is a discussion. Question, answer, सबको सीखने को मिलता है, ठीक है?
Correct.
So you are absolutely right. You cannot stop thought. Because just like if I tell you, Amit, stop breathing. Can you stop breathing?
No.
You cannot stop breathing.
Right.
So you cannot stop breathing. You cannot stop thinking. But what is mind? Mind? Mind is misery, ignorance, negativity, and desire.
True.
Mind is a bundle of negative, toxic thoughts. Mind is fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame, guilt. Mind creates ego. Mind creates anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, pride, greed, selfishness. So we have to be able to still the toxic thoughts which become the mind. So since the first time you joined the call, please join. The call is every day 8 o'clock. Just to tell you, a thought is an impulse. A thought is an impulse, which is an expression of the emotional impression in our consciousness. Whenever there is an emotional impression in our consciousness, it may be love, you will have a thought of love. If it's hate, then there'll be a thought of hate. So we are able to put raw material. If you choose positive emotions, then you will be able to have more positive thoughts, but still the mind will come. Therefore, being in consciousness, chitta, helps. We call it BBC, bring back consciousness. So I'm happy we have you in the call. I hope you will come whenever you can, and more people are on this call every day and they participate. So since you are a spiritual aspirant and you seem to know a lot, so please do join us on the call. Anything else you would like to ask or say?
Yeah, Guruji, many things. In the subsequent call, I'll ask you and take the advantage of your wisdom and your experience. So many things about vision, about many topics. I've been I have read, I don't know how many books on spiritualism.
Very
So
good.
many of the things I'm looking forward from you.
If you come on this call, you will find it very interesting because there are people on this call for many years now. So you will find it very interesting, and come with your biggest questions, your toughest questions. Bring to the call, and you will find answers. I don't give the answers. The Supreme gives the answers in this call. You bring your questions, okay?
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you for joining us, Rajanand Sachiv.
Om sir.
Sir, namaskar.
Sir, as per our learning, mind does not exist. So no any need to kill it. But problem is that we live more or less as monkey instead of monk. And as bogi instead of as a bogi, maximum time the bogi hote instead of yogi. So usse kya hota hai, but we cannot remain in awareness or remain in consciousness. एंड जब हम कॉन्शियसनेस में नहीं रहे तो माइंड नेचुरली जब हम कॉन्शियसनेस बाहर तो माइंड अंदर आता है अपीयर हो जाता है तो इट हमें पता भी नहीं लगता है वी डोंट नो इट कहाँ से आ गया एंड सो एज वी आर नॉट एबल टू डिक्लस्टर इट द थॉट्स हमें पता है ये थॉट्स से ही होता है बट वी आर नॉट एबल टू डिक्लस्टर द थॉट्स बिकॉज विच आर मोस्टली नेगेटिव एंड जो हमारी थॉट्स कहाँ से हमारी कंडीशनिंग से है और इसमें इन्वॉल्वमेंट है किनकी 14 मॉन्स्टर की है जेलसी ग्रीड वही थॉट्स आते हैं उसने क्यों किया तो सो पहला काम ये है कि दैट वी हैव टू बी इन अवेयरनेस अगर अवेयरनेस में होगे उससे क्या होगा द थॉट रेट गेट्स लेसन इट लेसन्स द थॉट रेट डिक्लस्टर हो जाता है और हमारा नेचुरली जब थॉट रेट डिक्लस्टर हो गई या लेसन हो गई तो उससे क्या होगा उससे पहली कॉन्शियस में रहने से पहले हमारा इंटेलेक्ट आया होता है एंड वी आर एबल टू डिस्क्रिमिनेट और व्हाट शुड आई कीप व्हाट शुड आई नॉट कीप और जब हमने छानना शुरू किया नेचुरल थॉट तो हम नैप से पैप में शिफ्ट हो जाएंगे और इसी खेल में एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा माइंड लेकिन इसलिए साधना चाहिए सर वी नीडेड साधना फॉर दिस ये फैक्ट्स की बात है सर
ओके इंटरेस्टिंग. So, would you like to conclude your whole answer with one line, or you have given everything in detail?
All 24/7. We have tried to be. मतलब हमें कोशिश करनी है awareness पर रहने के लिए तो mind खुद नहीं आएगा.
That is
I don't say that.
that is a good
but आएगा.
that is a good conclusion. That is a good conclusion. Sachin, yes, Sachin.
Shivam Guruji.
Yes, Shivam.
So my submission is basically that to kill the mind, the only solution which I see is that absolute silence, nothing else.
How can you be absolutely in silence? You're a GM. You're a GM of ITC hotel.
Yeah,
How can
so
you be?
that is the nonsense happening. That is not I am doing. That is what is someone said that's Leela. I am well aware about that I'm part of the Leela. I have to perform my task. But when it comes to something on yourself, you have to be in silence, in absolute consciousness that this all is Leela. That is what important point what someone said is that Niti Niti Tatsum, that is who am I? That is the actual answer for it. Realization that all this is all complete drama. We are a divine soul. We are part of that small wave we are, which is part of ocean. That's the
So
absolute
many people.
consciousness.
So many people in this call have realized Neti Neti Tatvamasi, but they are
Hmm.
still struggling with the mind.
So that is what I'm saying. So the only practice is the only solution, because the more you're into sadhana, because if we will be in worldly life, sometime you will get into the bhoga. Of course, you have to be part of the many things. So you will get more. The more you practice sadhana, that is the only solution.
Okay, good. I think we are moving forward. God's will and Meenakshi, Rishika and Premchandji.
Shivam, got a great honor. So we hear stories of women, for example, who can perform massive feats. For example, if a car falls on their baby, they can lift the car without any trouble. And you ask them, how did they do it? And they just know how to do it because they're desperate. And likewise, with the spiritual journey, we are all facing death. We are in great danger. And society is keeping us asleep with the alcohol and the entertainment, and we can't do it. But if we understood, then you would get what's called mumukshatua. You would get desperate to do the thing. That's the very important thing. So also, that's my main point today. Thank you.
Okay, good. Yes, when you need the power comes from where does that power come? That's what we will get to today. Thank you, Meenakshi, Rishika.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivam.
So there are three possibilities. Like, first, the people don't know what to do. The people don't know how to do. And then third, the category where we fall, we know what to do, we know how to do, but we are not doing 100%. So that is the thing. That is why we are finding difficulties. I'll talk about myself. I am finding difficulties to kill the mind because I am not doing 100%. I try, but my practice is less. So that is why I think there is difficulty to overcome the mind. There is difficulty to kill the mind completely. The sadhana, the meditation, the silence, the observation, like observing the thoughts, the the focusing on breaths. There are so many things which you have taught us to be to just to still. I am not doing completely 100% on this part, so that is why I am lacking. Today itself I had argument with my mother-in-law again on the chandra grahan part. She said you have to follow it, and I said no, I am not going to follow it. I had argument. I don't know why I did argue, but I did. And later on I find it very guilt. I find it very guilty ki why I did do that, ki why I was not shutting the mouth. So I
Because of
felt
mind, no?
guilty
Because of mind,
because
you
of
could have
mind completely.
you could have kept quiet ना. After all, चंद्र ग्रहण क्या करना नहीं करना आपके ऊपर है ना. वो
But
थोड़ी
sir, no sir, it was imposing. Like my question is also that ki she was saying ki no, you have to. Then if
हाँ,
I am going
हाँ, say
against her,
okay.
then
Say okay, okay बोलो, खत्म हो गया, okay. मत मत करो, फिर क्या होगा? नहीं करेगी तो क्या होगा?
तो फिर लड़ाई होती है ना सर की शी सेज की
अरे
नहीं
कुछ ना,
करते तो
if you are in intelligence, you will find a solution. उसके
शी सेड
सामने
कि
5
3
मिनट
घंटा में बाहर नहीं जाना है चंद्रग्रहण 3 बजे से 6:30 बजे तक का शी सेड नहीं जाना है यू विल नॉट हैव टू गो आउटसाइड आई सेड कि every factory every offices are open the people are outside there what is happening to them beside your house and there are so many members outside there what is happening to them so she said कि हमें तो बड़े बूढ़ों ने कहा we have followed it so you also
So
follow it
I'm saying you have to use your consciousness not to get into an argument, because argument से कुछ होगा नहीं. फिर तुम जो करना है करो, फिर वो कुछ बात करेगी, वो बात में देखेंगे. But I told you, as long as you tell Umang is in same drink with you, Umang, she is not understanding, I'll be going to office. ठीक है, बाद में संभाल लेंगे. Oh, chapter closed. Don't get into an argument. That's important.
He
ठीक है?
was not in front of me, so I immediately called him कि I had this issue. He tried to get me understand कि you are in mind state. That is why you did that. But
ठीक है, छोड़ो. You're okay now. Back to normal, right? So see,
yes,
this is the problem. Okay,
yes, sir.
what you're saying, we all come into mind state. In mind state, we do some बेवकूफी. After we do बेवकूफी, we say, अरे यार क्या किया यार, मैंने क्या किया? What बेवकूफी I did. We are all in this condition. We all are. Why do we come into mind state? That is the learning. And if we come into
Yes, sir.
mind state, then what should we do? There's a solution. There is an immediate solution. What is that solution? Okay. We have
Yes.
many people on the call. We'll go faster.
Thank
Rishika,
you, sir.
quickly. Thank you. Quickly. Let's go fast. Rishika.
Shivoham,
Shivoham.
Shivoham, if we let mind take command, definitely it will be difficult. And mind has to be killed, otherwise, mind will kill us. So, in this call, we have realized the true meaning of mind: misery, ignorance, negativity, and desires. And we know the consciousness also. So, definitely, we need to flip from mind to consciousness. And the methods also you have given us, they are the 5 yogas. So I think with these yogas we can
But still we are not doing and still we are suffering. Premchand ji, still we are not doing and still we are suffering. Okay.
If we don't do it,
okay. Come on, we have got 10 more people, I think. Premchand ji, let's go fast.
Shivoham Gurudev.
Shivoham.
The subject of today's discussion is why it is so difficult to kill the mind that steals the peace. It is interconnected with body and ego. First, to kill your ego, and then the mind will not go to that side. Then you kill the desires of the body, then the mind will not go to that side. So the mind will automatically go. There is no need to kill the mind. I think the mind will automatically go to peace if you do not have body and you do not have ego. You start living with Satchit, you start living with detachment, you start living with basic desires only. If any desire comes in body, it will ask mind to manipulate and complete it. If ego comes, it will ask mind to help me how to take revenge, etc. So the main thing is body and ego. If they are the main ingredients of the mind, all are interconnected. So before killing the mind, you kill both these things, mind will automatically go to peace. There is no need to kill it. There is no need to kill it. It will automatically go to peace.
Okay, I thank you, Premchandji. Let me explain this at the end, because if I give comment, then there'll be no time. Let me quickly hear everybody, Truprit, and then give my comment. Because it is the mind that creates the ego. Therefore, you cannot kill the ego as long as mind is there. Truprit, bolo.
Pranam, sir.
Sir.
Whereas I feel that as a child, when we were born, we slowly got attached to our body and the 5 vices attached to the body. And slow and steadily, when we grow up, we are conditioned by the whole society and the people around us. And we enter this Leela and drama, this samsara, with 2 main vices, that is ignorance and desire, which always leads to a continuous flow of these thoughts, which we don't observe ourselves and get carried away in an instant. And after, I think, 50 some years, we are here to understand that yes, we need to slow down. It is time to realize, that to be aware, क्या चल रहा है भाई, क्या कर रहे हो? What are we doing? Wasting our time, wasting this precious journey we had, losing every second, every moment, of this so keenty life.
So what's
into
the solution?
Yes, solution is
Solution क्या?
solution तीन चीजें हैं, but I realize mainly, sir, satsang, that is the grasping of the knowledge with people like you every day on the Zoom call, and reading and searching in the Gurbani. Where you said, sir, Man Jita, Jag Jita, it is very clear. There are 30 people in the Guru Granth Sahib, sir. 30 gurus have written, 10 gurus and 6 gurus and 24 people like Bhagats, like Kabir ji, and some more learned people like Namdev and any other people. Everybody has written clearly on Man, sir. Everybody. And everybody has clearly stated that Man is fiction, and we are just getting fooled by it.
Good, good, very good. Let's hope.
And second thing is, sir, then satsang. After satsang, I feel to increase our this wisdom muscle, we need meditation, that and sadhana, which should be a regular practice. Only then we can contemplate on whatever we are doing. We become an observer ourselves.
Excellent. Excellent. Good. I'm going to conclude with that. Thank you, Truprit. Very well said. Karma, very beautifully said. Karma, quickly, I request you all to go very quick. There's no time. Yes.
शिवो हमें सर
Shivam.
ने बहुत टेक्निकल और इंसाइटफुल आंसर्स दिए. मैं थोड़ा सिंपल ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि व्हाई इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू get over the mind, not kill it. It's because we entertain the mind a lot. हम बहुत एंटरटेन करते हैं उसको कि थॉट आया है तो चलो, फिर हम उसमें ना कहानी बुनते रहते हैं एक के ऊपर, क्योंकि मजा आ रहा होता है बहुत देर तक. भूल जाते हैं कि ये हमें ले डूबेगा, स्पाइरल में लेके जाएगा. इसलिए मुश्किल हो जाता है क्योंकि वो मजा दे रहा है थोड़ी देर के लिए और बाद में वो मजा सजा बनने लगता है तो परेशानी होती है. तो वी नीड टू स्टार्ट इग्नोरिंग इट कम्प्लीटली, लाइक एज इफ, जैसे आप बोलते हो, initially I used to have the same problem कि how does mind does not exist, mind is there, but actually आप उसकी existence को ही अगर ignore कर दो ना कि नहीं है, भाड़ में जाओ, है ही नहीं तो I just see through you, तो it will stop taking over you.
Good. Thank you. Good. You gave a very precise answer. Quickly, Jyoti, Siba, Rajkumar, Prakash, quickly, and Atmatray. We'll end with Atmatray. Atmadeep and Atmatray. Yes.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, tell me, Jyoti.
We should not give our attention to the mind. Our attention only on sip. Each and every breath is sip. When we give attention to the mind should steal our peace.
Good. So you have to go beyond the mind. You have to go beyond the mind, correct?
We make our mind Chitta Vritti Nirodha daily.
Good. What is that meaning? Chitta Vritti Nirodha. What's the meaning?
Clear the mind. Thoughts.
Okay. Siba. Good. Chitta comes from the word consciousness. Okay, Siba.
Guruji, we can, when we are clear with our purpose, Guruji, we can silence the mind easily, Guruji. But the purpose should be cleared, Guruji. And then by witnessing the thoughts, Guruji. And secondly, mind aya, savadhan. These are your words, savadhan. Guruji, this helped me, Guruji. Immediately I could flip it, Guruji.
Okay, thank you. Good. Second concept. Rajkumar. Rajkumar, Prakash, Atmadeep, Atmatray. We have 4 more speakers. Let's do that.
Shivam, Guruji.
Yes, yes, Rajkumar.
Today topic is why is it so difficult to kill the mind that kills our peace, basically.
Correct. Yeah.
We are fortunate. We learned many things. So we discussed that mind is basically a bundle of toxic thoughts.
Yeah.
Basically, thoughts are basic fundamental things, and those are emotional impulse. And this thought comes from maybe nine areas: senses, past memory, karma, thoughts, emotions, habits, ego, people, and dream. So if we work on every item, basically every point, sensor. So like if we go for some kind of meditation, so we close the sensor, so we come to consciousness, we enlighten the ego. So that is the one way. And memory, as we have discussed, that we need to delete our all old, maybe not good memories, bad memories, like a hard disk. So we need to work on everything like habits, ego, and people. So we can have detached attachment. So we will have maybe less thought or no thoughts from the basically people. These are the way we can be in the peace. We can uh, go to from awakening to enlightenment and having consciousness and having peaceful life. So we discuss one of the day we discuss about treatment for the mind reflex, where we discuss about 29 points how we can bring back the mind. Like you has to be in consciousness, you have to be in silence, withdraw sensors, pause, BBC, activate intellect. So if we work on those things, definitely we can go to peace and we can have peaceful life.
What were these 29 points?
I will just read.
No, what is the title? Yeah, not bring back the mind. Not the title is not bring back the mind.
There are two things we discuss. Maybe thoughts coming from nine things and treatment for mind reflex, MERD.
Mind reflux. That was a good discussion. Good. Now I'm getting. See, mind reflux. What is there? Thank you, Rajkumar. Prakash, Atmadeep, Atmatrai. We have a very interesting call today, but let's try to get a conclusion to the call. Yes.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Mind is AK-50.
Correct.
People don't realize where these bullets are coming from. These bullets are stress, anxiety, regret, shame, guilt, fear, desire, fear, anxiety, whatever it is. But the bullets are coming out because of the trigger. But who's pulling the trigger? The trigger is being pulled by the ignorant ego. So unless you enlighten the ego and realize what Sachin said was the best thing, neti neti tattvamasi, the moment you realize that, all this disappears. So main thing is control of the trigger.
Good. But I can tell you, people in this call, they are saying we have realized this, but still we are not able to do it.
Yes, even I don't realize. We are not really 100% in this consciousness.
You
But that is
realize
the solution.
what you said? 100%. What you said?
I am also not 100% in this consciousness always. So
Why?
comes again and again. That's the thing. That's why we have to realize this neti neti tattvamasi. That's basic.
Today we want answer for that. Today we will try to conclude the answer. Okay. Atmadeep and Atmatray. Thank you, Prakash. Sip Prakash. Atmadeep and Atmatray.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Yes, Atmadeep.
I think it works like the way we are using microphone for our conversation. So mind is, though your answer like mind does not exist, that is only buddhi and consciousness. So the moment when we start utilizing it as available source, like the one which is an amplifier, so then it will automatically be a helping thing for us.
So what's the
Instead of
solution?
so it be in consciousness. That's the only solution.
Okay. I like your answer. Your simple. See, you have said one new word. BIC, BIC. Our answer is BBC. You have now brought a new thing, BIC. Be in consciousness. नया आपने लाया. Atmatray.
Shivam sir. On 28th November, we have discussed this same problem. To kill the mind, we find a solution, JIPF. Joy. Instead of misery, we live in joy. Instead of ignorance, we use intellect. And without negativity के बदले में पॉजिटिविटी और डिजायर के बदले में फुलफिलमेंट JIPF.
मैं हमारे कॉल में किया?
Yes, sir. हमारे अपने कॉल में सर.
I don't even remember. JIPF. Huh? I think the file called what's the file? GIF. GIF. This is not J. This is GIF. JIF. JIPF. This is not JIF, but JIPF. Okay. Thank you, Atma. Very beautiful. My dear friends, let's put this together. In the next 5 minutes before we close, let's put this together. Thank you, Atmatrai and Atmadeep. Why is it so difficult to kill the mind that steals our peace? It is so difficult because we are that mind. We are that mind. We have come to this world as me, the mind and the ego. We have come to this world. First the mind and ego was there, then the body came. The soul gave life to the ME, when it was fertilized into one cell, the zygote. That's what made you, me, we all are made by a combination of BME. But we are not BME. We are the Atma. We are the soul, we are the Atma. So why is it so difficult to kill the mind? What Satya said, and so many of you all said, even I think Atmanand said, Krishna said, Neti, Neti, Tattvamasi. We all know in this call. Who doesn't know? Who in this call does not know? This is the ABC of this call. Neti, Neti, Tattvamasi. But after realizing, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am the enlightened ego, I am the soul, still the mind comes. So what did Govind say? What did somebody else say? I think who else said morning and evening meditation just now? Somebody said. I think Shivraj. Truepreet. Gurpreet said this. What is it? Shh. Silence. Silence. Shh. Very good. The moment you stop silence, the moment you stop the silence, the mind comes back. How do you deal with it? Very often we have spoken in this call, we have to be established in consciousness. We have to be established. How can we be established? How can we block the mind, lock the mind? How can we catch the mind, detach the mind, latch the mind? How can we stop it, crop it, chop it, drop it? How can we stop the mind, separate the mind, snatch the mind? We put some S, 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 S. I don't remember what are the 4 S's. But the point is, what is the method? And some of you told very beautifully, even Atmadeep told in the end, BIC, B-I-C, BIC, be in consciousness. Can we be in consciousness? Can we always be in consciousness? We can't. We can't always be in consciousness. But can we bring back consciousness? Can we bring back consciousness? Anybody in this call, if Meenakshi was talking to her mother-in-law, she can bring back consciousness. Either we can bring back consciousness or we can bring back mind. Some people, they prefer to have the degree of BBM. What's your graduation certificate? I'm BBM, BBM. I'm BBM. Kya BBM hai? Kya to BBM? What is that? The BBM certificate is there or not? BBM? What BBM, man? What? Bring back mind. Why you are bringing back mind? Don't want BBM. We want BBC. My dear friends, mind will come. Anido. Let it come. Soon as it comes, gently push it out. Gently become the witness, become the observer. Don't forget you are the divine soul. Mind will come. I am not telling you in this call mind won't come. I will not tell you, don't expect mind won't come. I am guaranteeing you mind will come. But I am guaranteeing you, if you have BBC, in your life, if you bring back consciousness, what some of you say, you don't need to kill the mind. When you bring back the consciousness, there is no mind. Where is the question of difficulty? It is so difficult to kill the mind. Somebody says, what difficult to kill the mind? Where is the mind? Why is it so difficult to kill the mind? Because you are not in consciousness. What am I always doing? I am always. And how do I remain in consciousness? Acceptance, surrender, yoga. Always connected to the divine. The divine is my lifeline, my divine, my sunshine, my lifeline. All that time, जो प्रभु के योग में सदा जीता, ना डरता वो ना चिंता वो करता, प्रभु तो साथ हमेशा है, शांति में जीता प्रभु साथ है. You all know the solution. शांति से मिला क्या हसी आनंद, सत्य के चित्त में मिला सच्चिदानंद. शांति से मिला. मन बड़ा है चोर चैन चुराता है. My dear friends, you know it all. You know it all. When the mind comes, immediately tell the mind, Aja, Aja. Huh? When the mind comes straight away, Aja, Aja. Mind, let the mind come. You become the master. Don't let the mind ride the horse. You be the boss. So today, what is the way? Why is it so difficult is the question. They are not very why it is so difficult. It is so difficult because mind will exist till you are alive. It will come little, it will come. It will come with one toxic thought. Chill. Chill. What they say, chill pill. क्या बोलते हैं? Chill pill. Chill. Be still. Not chill pill. What you have to do? Chill still. Not chill pill. Don't say chill pill. Chill still. Just chill. When the mind comes, chill. Means relax. Still. Come back to consciousness. CBTA. CBTC. Come back to awareness. Come back to consciousness. My dear friends, we will try to have a chit chat tomorrow. I want to quickly ask you, unmute all. I'm thinking of doing the call at 2:30 tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Even if 10, 15, 20 of you are there, the rest can watch on YouTube. So, okay, can we do it at 2:30 tomorrow?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
because
sir.
Okay.
thank you. I'm taking a flight from Helsinki in Finland to United States.
Yes, sir.
Even if 10, 15, 20 of you are there, the rest can watch on YouTube. So, okay, can we do it at 2:30 tomorrow? Why?
Yes.
Who's playing back my sound? Okay, doesn't matter. My mother is very worried that you are going to America because there's a war in America. So my mother is very because the mind is telling you why you're going to America. There's war in America. I said no, don't worry. There's no war in America. So I'm going to Costa Rica to speak at the United Nations University of Peace. So that I will tell you. We still have 2-3 days, but tomorrow we'll see you at 2:30 for a chit chat, casual chit chat. We can have any topic that you like. With folded hands, I bow down to you.